Insects are unique in having a basic structure that includes 3 body parts: the head, thorax, and abdomen. Adult insects have 6 legs, and most also have 2 pairs of wings attached to the thorax. The ability to fly makes insects unique among invertebrates. The abdomen in insects houses the digestive and reproductive systems. All insects have an exoskeleton, a hardened covering of the body made up of chitin and sclerotin. Insects usually have compound eyes. Compound eyes are made up of many light-receptive organs called ommatidia. Some insects also have simple eyes called ocelli, located near the base of the antennae. The head also has 1 pair of antennae. The shape and number of antennal segments vary greatly among insects. For example, this butterfly has knobbed antennae, while this moth has plumose antennae. Antennae are major sensory organs and contain chemoreceptors for locating food, finding a mate, and avoiding predators. Insect mouthparts may be adapted for biting and chewing, or for sponging, sucking, and piercing. A few types of adult insects have no mouthparts and live only a very short time. They feed as immature insects, and the majority of their life cycle is in the nymphal or naiad stage instead of adults. Chewing-type mouthparts consist of a clypeus, a labrum, 2 mandibles, 2 maxilla or teeth with maxillary palps, and a labium with labial palps. This is the basic design of chewing-type insects, but there are extensive modifications among insect types. The midsection of the body is the thorax, which is divided into 3 parts. They are the prothorax, mesothorax, and metathorax. The thorax is the area of the body for major muscle attachment. Wing and leg muscles are housed here. Most adult insects have 2 pairs of wings attached to the mesothorax and metathorax. Primitive insects and some nest-dwelling ectoparasitic orders, such as lice and fleas, have evolved into wingless forms. Diptera, or flies, is an order of insects that has just 1 pair of wings. But most other orders that have wings have 2 pairs of wings in the adult stage. Wings are an important character in making identifications to the family, genus, and species level. Many of the order names are based on the structures of the wings. For example, the order name for termites is Isoptera, which means equal-winged. Hemiptera, which is the order of true bugs, means half-winged. Lepidoptera, the order of butterflies and moths, means scale-winged. No immature insects have functional wings. The class Insecta is another name for hexapoda, meaning 6-legged. The front pair of insect legs are attached to the prothorax. The middle pair are attached to the mesothorax, and the back pair is attached to the metathorax. Insect legs are segmented and contain joints. The leg segments are the coxa, trochanter, femur, tibia, and tarsus or foot. The coxa is the uppermost segment of the leg attached directly to the thorax. The trochanter is between the coxa and the femur, which is the third segment. The femur contains most of the leg muscles. The tibia is the fourth segment, located between the femur and the tarsus. The tarsi are foot-like appendages of the legs. Tarsi often have sensory receptors on them, as well as hooks or claws for grasping. Insect legs may be modified for hopping, swimming, grabbing their prey, or carrying pollen. The abdomen is usually the largest and most flexible body segment. All insects have segmented abdomens. Most segments have spiracles, which are openings to the trachea. The trachea is the internal breathing structure. The posterior section of the abdomen may have cerci, which can be sensory organs as well as filaments for defense or other structures. The digestive tract of insects is housed mainly in the abdomen. The parts of the digestive tract include the pharynx, esophagus, crop, gizzard, ventriculus, Malpighian tubules, colon, rectum, and anus. Nutrients are distributed directly into the blood-filled body cavity through the stomach wall. Body wastes in the blood, especially nitrogenous wastes, are cleansed by the thread-like Malpighian tubules. Because the food of insects is extremely varied, their digestive systems are extremely modified. The reproductive organs of insects are located in the abdomen. The posterior portion of the abdomen is usually modified for mating and egg depositing, known as ovipositing. Most insects are biparental, that is, they reproduce sexually. These beetles are mating. Male insects produce sperm, which may be packaged into a structure known as a spermatophore. Females produce ova, or eggs, and also glue for attaching the eggs to a surface. Some female insects can store sperm after copulation in a spermatheca. The sperm can remain viable for years. Ants and termites are examples of insects that can do this. Insects have evolved ways to protect themselves against predators. They can defend themselves with camouflage, spines, and mimicry. Insects also survive due to extremely high reproductive rates. Insects may use camouflage as a way to blend with their background. This can be done with cryptic coloration. Shape can also disguise the insect to look like a piece of bark, a dead leaf, a rock, a twig, or other things in nature. Mimicry can warn a potential predator that this animal looks like a dangerous insect. Insects protect themselves by having spines that sting, cut, warn, and camouflage. Many insects have evolved with the ability to sting with an ovipositor that has been modified into a stinger. Wasps and bees are examples of this. Certain insects have foul-smelling fluids or caustic chemicals to repel their enemies. This particular darkling beetle produces noxious-smelling chemicals that repel birds and other predators. Another method that insects use to protect themselves is by congregating in large numbers for mutual defense. For example, a beehive can be successful at warding off a potential robber of honey by stinging the thief in mass or repeatedly. The world of insects is diverse, beautiful, and fascinating. We've explored the 3 kinds of metamorphosis. The major body parts and their functions, and insect defenses. The study of insect structure, function, and metamorphosis allows us to have a greater understanding and appreciation of insects.